His name was Benny Anthony Harley, but in the world of go-go music, he rose to the top, better known as Lil Benny. Let's take a look at the rise of one of the most known and respected go-go figures ever. Lil Benny was born September 26, 1963. He was raised in Southeast D.C. Benny was destined for music. Early on, his father Frank, who also did music and played in a group, inspired his sons a lot. And so he bought little Benny and his brother their first instrument, which was a guitar. Sometime around age 12, Lil Benny's passion for music grew. Outside of his father, legends like Chuck Brown, Frankie Beverly and Mays, and many others was also an inspiration to him. He was a true student of music, going as far as picking up the trumpet and taking lessons at a Baptist center from a man named Mr. Harrington. He also learned the flute, the saxophone, drums, and the bass guitar, but the trumpet was the main focus at the time, and he developed fast. One day, sometime around 74 or 75, on his way home after leaving the Baptist Center, doing his lessons, Lil Benny heard a band practicing in a house. That band would later become one of the most known legendary go-go bands ever to come out the district, Rare Essence. Lil Benny seized the opportunity to join them by auditioning on a spot. At the time, they played top 40 records. This was before the traditional go-go sound really popularized. Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers are responsible for that traditional go-go sound. The world tapped into DC culture when Chuck released Bustin' Loose.
I feel like bustin' loose.
Lil Benny was in school attending Ballou Senior High School when go-go became known, and Essence was key word, one of the earliest official go-go bands to arrive on the scene after Chuck. They also used to open up for Chuck back in the day. And what's amazing is how a lot of these guys took music very serious. As kids, learning different instruments and perfecting their skills, all the way to doing routines on stage, moving as a unit. I believe it's something that goes unnoticed or not really talked about much. This was the golden era, and what made Lil Benny special was not only his ability to play two horns at the same time, but how well he transitioned on the microphone. One of the greatest deliveries in go-go, period. Getting down with Essence early on was a power move for Lil Benny. He listed some of his favorite tracks with Essence being Roll Call and Shake It But Don't Break It. In 1983, Lil Benny and Rare Essence played on a show at the Capitol Center that featured acts like New Edition and Trouble Funk. They were on top of the world, and Lil Benny stated in an interview that they did so well that night that New Edition called the manager of Essence the next day and asked if they could go on the road, opening up for New Edition. That's a testament to the crankage. Sometime in the mid-'80s, because of in-house differences within the band, Lil Benny ended up moving on from R.E. He later went on to form the band known as Little Benny and the Masters, along with some other guys who also voiced concerns.
Little Benny and the Master.
Now, one of the tracks that Lil Benny made before he left the band was called Who Comes the Boogie. Apparently that joint did well overseas, specifically in London, according to Lil Benny. So in 1987, Lil Benny and the Masters released a studio album titled Cat in the Hat. It was originally released on cassette and LP. Later in 1990, they remastered and re-released it on CD. Tracks like Let Me Show You, and then of course you got Cat in the Hat.
Listen, cat in the hat, you see the sight. Cat in the hat, take it away, take it away, take it away.
Hands down, one of the most catchiest parts, phrases, lines, whatever you want to call it, is catchy. And the lyrics let you know what period in time it was. Used to do smack, now he does crack. And he wasn't even glorifying either. Lil Benny was a true go-go legend, paving a lane for himself, the jack of many trades. Rapping, dancing, playing real instruments, all around incredible stage presence, man. Lil Benny continued to have success within the go-go world, being at the head of his own thing, but he still went on to face issues on and off. One of the most common problems being a band leader for some, not all bands went through it, but losing band members, having to replace them to keep the train moving. Because of guys quitting or not showing up for practice, and because of that, he moved on to a band named Proper Utensils.
It's not your situation, I just need contemplation over you. I'm not so systematic, it's just that I'm an addict for your love.
Quote from Lil Benny: I had Funk come down to Metro Club and check us out. When Little Benny and the Masters was playing, he would come through and I would say, get him on stage. He had already assembled Proper Utensils. I was getting tired of the Masters, people not coming to practice and stuff like that. Benny's level of talent would never have a problem finding a home somewhere. The name Proper Utensils was the perfect name for a group of guys who came from well-known bands like R.E., Lil Benny and the Masters, Hot Cold Sweat, and once they got their lineup tight again, because James Funk had earlier members, but this time around it changed and included Lil Benny, they were on the road.
Just think how long I've known ya. It's wrong for me to own ya. Lock and key. Sweet baby, I'm not the only one that holds you. I never ever should have told you you're my only girl.
Now another super highlight moment, or should I say highlight moments of Lil Benny's music career, was him linking up with Chuck Brown.
The black is blue. I love you till you get the sky blue, baby. Oh, yes, indeed. Love you so much, y'all. DC, put your hands up.
According to Benny, Chuck Brown's style of play was what he loved. So he made his way on tour with Chuck and his band outside of the country, all the way to Japan from Southeast to overseas. They performed a lot in Benny's later years. And being as though it was a good fit and Chuck really respected Lil Benny's talent, they took turns where Chuck would allow Benny to shine to the fullest. Lil Benny was the truth, man. He was inducted into the Go-Go Hall of Fame and was active up until the day he passed in his sleep, May 30th, 2010.